Hello everybody and welcome to Sin City Living. My name is Jason. I'll be bringing you today's video. Just had a few things I wanted to go over real fast. First, our usual shout out of appreciation to all of our patrons out there. We appreciate all those tips and support, and hope you guys are enjoying the videos that we put out for you guys exclusively every single week, including the How to Deal Craps instructional set that is ongoing. And if you're curious about it, go ahead and check the description of the video down below. And also, I wanted to go over, we've had a couple of questions about the this little neon light thing that we've been putting on some of our other videos. So if anybody's interested in one of these, just shoot us an email at sincityliving.lv@gmail.com. And so I did another test of our live stream, another attempt to do the live stream. So I now know that I have the right equipment, the right camera, the right programming, able to get all of that done. Unfortunately, what I did discover is that my computer was not strong enough, was not powerful enough to be able to encode and upload it as an actual live stream. So I'm going to continue tweaking with that, although it may turn out that I'm just going to have to wait until I can afford to buy a newer, more powerful computer for that. So that will be on the list. So it does look like live streaming may not be as upcoming as I was hoping. It's going to take us a little bit of time to generate that up. And otherwise, please make sure you email us with any questions, strategies, anything you would like us to video. We love shooting these videos for you guys. If not, I'm going to go straight into today's video. Welcome YouTube, welcome to Sin City Living. Today I'm going to be going over my version of the PowerPress. Louis has already filmed his version of a PowerPress with live rolls. I always like to do things mathematically. Now this is going to be a two-part video. The first video, this particular one, I'm going to be discussing exactly how my PowerPress works and what the end goals are and what the initial outlay will be. So by PowerPress, it doesn't matter what the point is, because I'm going to place everything including the point. So when I come in, I'm going to go 32 across, including the point, if I were on a $5 table. So of course versions for $10, $15, $25 tables, they all are very, very similar to what we have going on right here. And my entire intent behind the PowerPress method is to walk away with all of the chips or to walk away with none of the chips. More often than not, I walk away with none of the chips, but I'll go over to the rolls and how it works in the second video. For this one, I just want to show you exactly what we do as far as the PowerPress goes. So with the PowerPress, we're looking at the same number hitting multiple times. The points are all individual. I don't do any cross-pressing between the numbers. So if a 4 or a 10 were to hit, this will pay $9. Now I already have a $32 outlay in this, but on the 10 I have a $5 outlay on this. So what I'm going to do as the player is I'm going to throw in another $1 and I'm going to take it all the way up. So I'm going to take it all the way up to 15. If the 4 were to hit, I would do the exact same thing. So at this point now my outlay is $6. If the 4 hits again, on most tables this is going to pay $27. Some places it's going to be a buy already and pay $29, but I'm going to pretend that this is not a buy and it's just paying $27. At which point I'm going to throw in another $3. Oh, I'm sorry, no, I'm not going to throw in $3. I'm going to take the 27, go up to 40, and I'm going to collect $2 at this point. So now my outlay has gotten a little bit smaller. I've actually made a couple of bucks back. So now I'm $5 in on the 4 and $5 in on the 10. Assuming they have both hit twice. Now the third time they hit, we're going to take it up to 120. So that 40 is going to pay 80 if I throw $2 in, and I'm just going to go all the way up. So now I've gone in, oops, that should have been 40. Now I have gone in for another $2. The next time it hits, we're going to take this up to 350. Just going to replace them. Going to take it up to 350. And with the little bit of profit that we pulled back, at this point, if the 10 has hit 4 times now, we're actually even. We've made back the initial 5 plus the couple of dollars that we've thrown in here and there. So we're actually even on this. It is now basically a free bet. So if it hits the 5th time, we go all the way up to 1,000. Now, with what we are taking back, we are now up $233 on the 10 if it is hit 5 times. If the 4 is hit 5 times, we are up $233. On the 6th hit, we're going to 2,000. And of course, we're collecting. So at this point now, we are up $1,188. Then if the 4 hits again. So after 6 hits, the 10 is at $2,000. After 6 hits on the 4 is at $2,000. Now, I'm playing as if this were a $2,000 max table. If you have a $5 table, it's a good chance it's going to be a $2,000 max bet, or maybe 4 or 5, in which case there's some variations to the press to get us up to table max within 6 to 7 hits. For the 5 and 9, we're going to do something very, very similar. If the 5 hits, we're going to go up to 15, which means now we've thrown in another $3 plus our $5 initial. We have an $8 outlay. If the 5 hits a second time, or for one time, we'll do the same thing. The next time it hits, we actually take it all the way up. We collect nothing. And we go up to 36. Yes, this is an improper bet, but it's a very popular improper bet because it pays $50 on the dot. We might be losing a little bit of change here and there. So we didn't have to throw any more money in. So the second time the 9 hits, we are up to $36, and our initial outlay is still $8. The original 5 plus the extra 3. Same thing with the 5 if it's hit twice. Now the third time it hits, stack it all up. Same thing. Now we go up to 86. Again, we haven't spent any more money, but we also haven't taken any more money in. 86 is a fantastic bet because it pays 120. It makes it very, very easy. The next time it hits, next time the 9 hits, we go to 200. Same thing the next time the 5 hits, we go to 200. Now at this point, we actually pulled $6 back. So with our initial outlay, now we only have a $2 outlay. We've spent $2 and we're at a $200 9, and it has only hit 4 times. We've spent $2 on the 5 after it has hit 4 times. The next time it hits, we're going to go to $500. Since we don't have $500 chips, we use these blue $50 ones to simulate $500 chips. So the 9 has hit 5 times. We are now at $500, and we've actually pulled a $22 profit at this point. Oh, I'm sorry. We are now in $22. We have a $22 outlay because we will have to throw in a little bit extra money to hit this. So now each one of these has hit 5 times. The very next time they hit, 9 hits again, we go to 1,000. 5 hits again, we go to 1,000. So these have hit, the 9 has hit 6 times, and we're at $1,000. We're also at $178 in profit because we actually take some money the 6th time it hits. 7th time it hits, we go to 2,000. 7th time the 5 hits, we go to $2,000. Now at this point, the 9 has hit 7 times, and we are at table max, and we've also pulled $578 worth of profit if we take our initial outlay out. Same thing with the 5, if it has hit 7 times. So now we're at table max. So let's go to the 6 and 8. So the 6 and 8, the first time it hits, we're going to go up to 18, which means that we have to throw another $5 in. So our initial outlay at this point is $11. The 6 original plus the next 5 that we put in. Same thing if the 6 were to hit. The second time, we're going to go all the way up to $42. In order to do that, we have to throw another $3 in. So now our outlay is $42 per number. I'm sorry, not $42. Now our outlay is $14. That's what I meant to say. Our outlay is $14. The 8 is hit 3 times. Or I'm sorry, 2 times. We're at $42, and we have spent $14 on that 8. The 6 is hit 2 times. We're at $42, and same thing. We've spent $14. The next time it hits, we're going to go up to 90. We actually collect $1 back. So now if the 8 has hit 3 times, we're at $90. Collected $1 back, so our outlay is $13. If the 6 has hit 3 times, we're at $90. and our outlay is the same as it would be on the 6. The 4th time it hits, we're going to take it to 180. And we're going to do the exact same thing. If it were the 6th that hits. So now we go up to 180. So the 8 has hit 4 times, and we've actually made a $2 profit at this point. The 6 has hit 4 times, we've made a $2 profit. Next time the 8 hits, we jump up to 42, or to 420, which you'll notice is the exact same progression as when we went from 18 to 42, which means that we had to throw in money again. We had to throw in another $30. So now our outlay has gone negative again. We are now $28 in. Now the 8 has hit 5 times. We're at $420 off a $6 original bet. The 6th time it hits, we're going to go to 900. So again, we're going to use these blue ones to signify $500 checks. And we go up to 900. We don't pull a whole lot back from this, so we still have an $18 outlay that we have spent to get ourselves up to $900. The 7th time it hits, we're going to go up to $1,800. So now the 8 has hit 7 times. We're at $1,800, and we've actually made a profit of $132. Same thing with the 6. It has hit 7 times. We're at $1,800, and we've made a profit. The 8th time it hits, we are obviously going to table max. Same thing if the 6 were to hit. So the 8 has now hit 8 times. It has rolled 8 times. We've pulled a profit of $1,632 off of this 8 if it rolled 8 times. We started with a $6 8. We are now at a $2,400 8, and we have pulled a profit of $1,632. Same thing with the 6. The 6 has rolled 8 times. We are at table max after starting at a $6 bet, and we are now at $2,400 and have pulled a $1,632 profit. So we started with $32, threw in a little money here and there as things hit to do our power press to get ourselves all the way up. The entire idea behind this press is to get us as fast as we can to table max. We want to be at table max as quick as we can. So the second part of this video that we'll be starting shortly is going to be an analysis of this mathematically based on the most likely rolls over time. So stay tuned for that video, and thank you very much. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Welcome YouTube, welcome back to Sin City Living. My name is Jason. This is part 2 of my power press method. This is where I show you the results of part 1 and what you are trying to get to and the reason why we do this. Now, when you're doing a power press method, you are not playing to grind. You are not playing to try and play for 15 hours and take one bathroom break in the middle of it and just grind a buck or two here and there. You're trying to win as much as possible. Your entire goal is to be lucky enough to catch that one hot roll. Now, I'm going to analyze this based on the mathematical likelihood of numbers rolling, based on 15 rolls, 30 rolls, 45 rolls, and 60 rolls without a 7 coming. Obviously, there could be some spikes here and there, which I will talk about briefly at the end if I have some time. But over the course of many hundreds of hours of playing, if you were to play this method, things would smooth out, and the math would smooth out, and you would end up with the statistical likelihood on average of these things happening. Now, a 15 roll hand is the kind of hand that comes on any given table maybe once every couple of hours, every 2.5 hours. So it's relatively common. If you've got a casino with 4 dice tables, you're going to have a few of them happen throughout the night. A 30 roll hand, those are the kind of monster hands that draw a lot of eyes to it, and those are going to happen maybe once a night on one of the tables, maybe. 45 roll hand is even less likely. 45 roll hands are likely to happen once every 4 or 5 days maybe on any given shift. if you include, a 4-table pit throughout the entire day, all 3 shifts, then maybe a 45-roll hand happens once every day and a half or so. A 60-roll hand is one of those crazy hands that probably makes it through at least 2 rotations of the dealers and possibly into a third. So you're talking a 40-minute plus roll. So these are the kind of rolls that happen once every few months for any particular crew, or just for all the crews all day in the casino. Probably happens once a week, once every other week. So you have to be really lucky to catch this roll. But that's kind of the whole point behind playing dice, is you want to catch that hot roll. So let's say a 15-roll hand were to happen. Now, the odds of a 4 or a 10 rolling are 1.5. They're 1.5 times they're likely to come during that 15 roll. So the way I'm doing it is the 4 hit 1 time and the 10 hit 2 times. That way it kind of averages that out. The 5 and the 9 would hit 2 times apiece. The 6 and 8 would hit 2.5 times apiece. So I did 2 times for the 6 and 3 times for the 8, just to give you an idea. So this is where you would be. This position right here is where you would be after 15 roll hand. If a 7 were to come the very next roll, you would lose everything there. So that's where you would be after a 15 roll hand. Now, 30 roll hand is this position right here. And this is where your bets would be after a 30 roll hand. Odds are the 4 and the 10 probably hit 3 times apiece. The 5 and 9 hit 4 times apiece. And 6 and 8 hit 5 times apiece. This is going off of the odds of 36 rolls, where I'm taking out the 6 sevens that would be likely to come in. So you would be sitting on these particular bets right here. Now, 45 roll hand is this bet right here. 45 rolls, you got 4.5 times that the 10 or the 4 are going to hit. So we did 4 times for the 4, 5 times for the 10. 6 and 8 likely to hit, 5 and 9 are likely to hit 6 times apiece. 7 and 8 are likely to hit 7.5 times apiece. So I did 7 times for the 6, and I did 8 times for the. I did 7 times for the 8, and I did 8 times for the 6. I'm sorry, I got these backwards. Let me reverse it just so it follows the same path I followed with the rest of them. Now that monster 60-roll hand that almost never happens. At that point, both the 4 and the 10 have hit 6 times each. The 5 and 9, those have hit 8 times each. 6 and 8 have hit 10 times each. So this is the results. If you catch that 15-roll hand, you are actually in the hole $52, which includes your initial $32 buy-in plus whatever you had to throw in to get these bets pressed up where you're at. So the 15-roll hand still has not given you any sort of benefit. With the 30-roll hand, you're actually in the hole a little bit more. You're in the hole $68. So that 30-roll hand, that 25 minute roll, you're still in the hole. The 45-roll hand, now at this point, you have made a profit of $2,352. $2,352 profit off a $32 initial buy-in of 32 across including, and then throwing in a little bit of money here and there. Now the 60-roll hand. The 60-roll hand, you are at table max. Now with the way some of these have worked, for instance the 5 and 9 have rolled 8 times, so you were at table max on the 7th one, which meant that the 8th time you collected $2,800 each. For the 6 and 8, you were at table max on the 8th roll. They both hit 10 times each, which meant that you collected $2,800 off the 8 twice. Same thing with the 6, twice. So after this monstrous 60-roll hand and your initial $32 buy-in, you were now up $22,796. $32 initial buy-in, 32 across, and you were up $22,000, coming close to $23,000. Again, this is the kind of hand that you catch extremely rare. But they do happen. We, as a dealer, we see these happen. They, again, it's not super likely, but we've all dealt these kind of hands multiple times. So So this is why people do the power press. You can grind all you want, and we'll show you some of the other methods, such as the iron cross that I've already done a mathematical review of what happens when you hit a 60 roll hand. You win a few $100. If you hit a 60 roll hand with a power press, you just won almost $23,000. That's a lot better than a few $100. Even if you only catch the 45 roll hand, you've won over $2,000. $2,000 in profit off a $32 cross, including, plus a couple bucks here and there that you had to throw in. Now, the beauty of this is, again, this is based on the statistical likelihood. So over a long period of time, if you catch 50, 60 roll hands over the course of 15 years, on average, this is how your bets would end up looking. But all we're looking for is any one of these to hit slightly outside that statistical likelihood. For instance, you catch that 45 roll hand, where the 8 is only hit just enough times to hit to table max. But what if the 5 or the 6 hit a couple less times and the 8 actually hit 1 or 2 more times? You collected $2,800 1 or 2 times. So what you're really looking for with the power press is not to get all of your bets at table max. If you get all your bets at table max, that is absolutely wonderful, and you are probably going to make a whole lot of money if this roll continues. But what you're really looking for is you're just looking for one number, the same number to roll 8 times in a row. Or not in a row, I'm sorry, 8 times before the 7 comes. That's all you're looking for, is for one number to roll 8 times, for it to repeat 8 times. If it's a 4 or a 10, then you're going to make a pretty decent amount of money. Since either one of them are at table max after the 6th roll. That means you're collecting just shy of $4,000 on the 7th roll and the 8th roll. For the 5 and 9, they're both at table max after 7 rolls, so that 8th roll you're collecting $2,800. If you hit one of those strange rolls where the same number rolls 10 or 11 times, you're collecting a few $1,000s. That is the entire point behind the power press method. Not to get all of your bets up. The entire point behind the power press method is to catch that, not even catch the monster roll. You don't have to catch a 60 roll hand in order for a 9 to roll 9 times. As a dealer, I've certainly seen that happen on a 40 roll hand, 50 roll hand. The other day we had a 9 roll 4 times in a row. Would that get you up to table max? Not even close. But, well, it would get you up there for sure, and that's only in a row if it comes up a few more times. So that's the point behind the power press. Behind the power press, you're just looking for the same number to roll 8 times. 8 times or more. And that is our power press method. Thank you very much, YouTube. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe buttons, and we will see you next time. So, as I promised, I wanted to go over very briefly our upcoming attempts at a third test live stream. So what's happened so far? The first test live stream just flat didn't work. The problem that I had was was an equipment problem. I had an equipment problem in that the equipment that I was using to translate the camera into streamable video to the computer required a better USB port than the computer I was using at the time. So that one just flat failed because it would not translate into the computer. The computer would not pick it up, would not read it, so I wasn't able to live stream it. So then, as I was looking through, because I'm a little bit of a tech head, as I was looking through all of my other stuff, because I do have 4 laptops here and 3 computers, I did find one that actually did have the newer style USB port. Unfortunately, it was actually my oldest laptop, but I figured, what the heck, let me give it a shot. What's the worst that can happen? And this time around, when I fired everything up, the video was actually translating onto the computer, so things were looking better. But then when I attempted to live stream, the computer was not powerful enough to be able to translate it and then upload it sufficiently. So it basically just uploaded a blank screen for the live stream. So what I am going to have to do is, and I'm already looking into all of my options, I'm going to upgrade my computer so I can add, what, a 7th, 8th computer to my household. And I'm going to go much, much higher, and I'm going to get a computer that is far more than I need for this, far, far, far more powerful than I need for this. That way any future upgrades that I may do the computer will be able to handle it. So unfortunately, this computer is going to cost me about 25% more, about 25% of what I've already laid out in all the equipment for this channel. So it wasn't something I could just instantly buy. I'm probably looking at Black Friday or Cyber Monday. So hopefully I have it within the next couple of weeks, and then I'll do another test live stream and see if I can go from there. So I will definitely do at least one weekly live stream on our Patreon because they're the ones that are really helping us get this computer and the other equipment that I'm going to get, because I figure if I'm buying the computer, I might as well buy the most high-end capture cards and things along those lines, get everything as good as possible, and then hopefully eventually get a better microphone for you guys. So yeah, that's where we stand on the live stream. As soon as I have the computer and I do the test, which will be in a few weeks, like I said, got to order it in a week or two, then I have to wait for it to ship. Plus we have probably the biggest event of the year coming up, the NFR National Finals Rodeo. So I'm basically working 2 weeks straight, as is my wife. So not going to have a whole lot of time. But once we get all that under control, then we'll figure out. There's been some schedule changes to myself, some schedule changes to my wife, and some upcoming schedule changes to my wife as well. So hopefully we can get all the scheduling figured out so I know when I'll be able to live stream as well. My initial plan of Thursdays at 6 o'clock is already out the window. I'm at work at that point now. So we will get it all figured out, and we will let you guys know, I promise. And otherwise, I hope you guys have found this interesting, enlightening, illuminating, or at least just plain fun. And we will catch you guys next time. Bye now.